It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. Gotta. I don't like this card stacks, to be honest with you. It's cool. I got to play. I got a couple like leans. I don't know. Maybe you can talk me into some shit, but I don't know, man. This card is pedestrian to me. So, but it's a big one. It's a lot of games. So we gonna talk about them today, man. How you doing, bro?
I don't have no complaints. Kind of feel like same way you do about as far as today. It's a big slate, but I didn't find too much value. But I got I got a few plays that some gonna be controversial, but I didn't went over it more than once, and I'm comfortable enough that I'm still giving them out. And I don't know, so the volume might be a little bit smaller, but the plays that I do got, I really like. So I'm looking forward to breaking this slate down, and since there's only two of us, and maybe we could hit a two-leg parlay at the end.
Yeah, we gotta hit one of these, bro.
Yeah, that'll start a win streak.
I think so. Yeah, let's pray for the parlay, man, on this show, man.
Yeah.
Let's just start.
Yeah, I'm not pointing no fingers because I'm the one that killed the leg last on our last show. So I'm definitely
too. So
yeah, I'm definitely not pointing the finger. I'm just saying, like, maybe if we start with two and cash, just see one go through real quick.
Layup, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like we always say, man, take the if you see a layup go through, then
once you take the layup, all right, then we'll go to the foul line. Then we'll go through the free throw line. Then we'll go out to the logo.
I like it. And so honestly, putting it that way, so what I've been doing with these with our parlays and best bets, my best bet has been the parlay piece. But today I'm gonna have a best bet and a separate parlay piece, and I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, my thing is I like to keep it separate because if I lose my best bet, I don't want to lose the best bet and kill the parlay.
Yeah. That's risky. It worked for me the first two parlays we put in, but yesterday not so much. So I'm gonna switch it up today. This first game, Memphis, Philly laying 3, total sitting at 228. I don't know, man. This ain't something I'm interested in. I feel like I gotta come up with a drop when we not interested in something. I don't know what that looks like, but we gotta have a drop.
No, we really do. And it gotta be original because I didn't see some fly ass drops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that in
I ain't gonna lie, this will be the one.
Yeah.
I didn't even when I say I didn't even cap this game, I didn't even like once I heard Maxey wasn't in, I was like, nah, because I was thinking like, maybe Maxey, and then I was kind of looking at the over, and then I kept thinking, ain't nobody gonna score. So then I liked the under, and I don't bet unders too much, so I ain't have nothing.
Yeah, bro, this game's ass.
Cause I got enough controversial games that Jimmy always tell me you gotta have conviction, and hopefully Dutch coming. I send him a link to the show.
Okay.
So he come through, hit the like button and give out his bullshit play on the Raptors.
Yeah, shout out to the OG show. That's why we're a little late today, man. Like we are a newer show, right? But when the OGs are on, and I'm not talking about like that show, but I'm just talking about the like the OG show actually, or Crispy Capping, man. If there's somebody on, man, we not coming on while they on.
No, it don't make no point because we're not gonna get no views anyway.
Right.
So we might as well, and I be in their chat anyway. So
exactly.
I'm on. We might as well step out their way and then let them come on. Then we come on afterwards because there's always gonna be a different point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So
they got one story, and I respect both of them. That's why I was talking about Dutch, because me and Dutch was we was texting earlier for a while, and it's funny because lately me and Dutch, I don't know, me and Dutch been like on other sides, and he got me last week, but I felt like he stole. We was on the Portland Trailblazers and the Houston Rockets, and the only reason why he won is because Trailblazers fouled with 1.3 seconds left and gave and I lose by the free throws. Like, but at the end of the day, he won and I lost. So, and we ain't been betting. It's just been friendly, you know what I mean? And we're on opposite sides again today. So
you know which.
I look forward to getting my leg. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on. My computer acting stupid. There you go. Dutch, what's
Yeah.
up, bro?
There you go. So I look forward to getting my leg back tonight.
All right. Let's look at this next one. This is another one I don't got a lot of interest in. Wizards Heat. Spread's way too fucking big. Total, I don't know what to do with. I don't know. Nothing here. You got anything, bro?
Hold on, nothing. I looked at it. I wanted to get to the Heat when I first looked at it. And early this morning on my time, I woke up and I was looking at the Heat. And then I was looking at the Heat team total, and I was looking at the full game over. And then I kept thinking, like, I don't know, but the recent form makes me want to back the Heat. But I don't know. I'm not 15 and a half in the NBA. It's just not something I want to do. There's one game out today I would be willing to do it, but I'm not doing that. Trey's back. It's hard to, hard for me to give Trey, 15 and a half points. Heat might take their foot off the gas. So I don't know. It's a whole lot of talk for I don't have no action. Once we get a moniker,
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, hit the button.
These games will be much easier to just skip over.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, hit the button.
Yeah, we got to get it. We got to get a drop. All right. This next one of Dallas and Atlanta, I actually made a play on this game. I took the Mavericks team total under 115 and a half, and I put it in the group last night, and because I was saying either the team total under 115 or Atlanta minus 8.5. Well, Atlanta to move to I think it's moved 2 points to 10.5. So I should have took that 8.5 last night. But just a few things on this game. One thing, Atlanta hasn't beaten Dallas in 3 years. I don't know if anybody has looked at the previous matchups, but they haven't beaten them in 3 years. The Hawks post All-Star break, 7-1 ATS. And opponents are 6-2 to their team total under since the All-Star break. Now, a lot of those games have been below 500 teams. And so I just looked up since the All-Star break and them playing these sub 500 teams. And bringing that up right now. Give me 1 second. Looking at them since the All-Star break, so that's February 19th. Their wins have been against Philly, Brooklyn, Washington twice, Portland, Milwaukee, and Philly. So it hasn't been like a murderer's row, right, of opponents. But if you look at the Brooklyn game, the Brooklyn game, both Washington games, and I feel like I gotta throw Milwaukee in there because they're ass. They're super ass too. All four of these opponents have went under the 115 and a half that Dallas is getting today, or that they think Dallas is gonna get today. And I just don't see where Dallas has enough offense to score that much. Like 150 points from where? Cooper Flag can't do all that. So Mavs team total 7-3 to the under since the All-Star break. Since the All-Star break, Atlanta second in defensive rating. And Dallas 28th in offensive rating since the All-Star break. So to me, this screams Dallas team total under. You like anything, Stacks?
Yeah, I got an official bet in this game. And you did. When you text that last night in the chat, I didn't respond because I was already going to be on. I mean, I guess you could say I'm not on the other side. But what I got, I bet the Dallas Mavericks plus 9.5. And I got that at minus 110. And that'll be an official bet. And my logic is I got a couple of theories in this game. One, that I'm not asking them to to do something outside of what they always do. Is they got ownership against us, and I'm a Hawk fan, and I only need 9 more wins from my Hawks to win my season total that I gave over on our debut on here, and I gave it on Pub. I need 9 more wins, and I'm happy to see that we're on a 6-game win streak. I think I'm pretty sure that we're either 6-0 or 5-1, depending on the number that you got as far as my Hawks. But I just think this is a bad spot. One, the Mavericks is coming off a horrible loss. I love me and Jimmy actually do it. And teams off of 30-point wins or 30-point losses, depending on, that's where I want to be on, either that team or fade. Mavericks coming off that huge loss. It might mean something, it might not, but Magic City got canceled for the Hawks, so it's not really a get-up spot no more like it used to be. A whole bunch of Hawks politics. And well, I think the Mavericks win the game? Absolutely not. But I think Flag coming to a land, I think he's going to want to go ahead and, even though he still want to, like a low-key minutes restriction, but he really not. Like, so he's not going to win the, I'm almost thinking he's out of the, he got to play 65 games to get those awards. I think he's out of, I think he already missed it or he's real close to missing it. So he's on the pitch count, but I think he's going to get like 30-plus minutes. I think that's going to be a big enough boost. With the Hawks coming off that win, with the Mavericks coming off the huge loss, adding in, throwing a little sprinkle, a little Magic City discount, I don't think the crowd going to be buzzing the way they should be. So 9.5 is a whole lot of points, but I made it official. And it's a risky bet. It won't be my best bet because last 6, Hawks done covered everything. So perfect world would be Hawks win by 6 or 7. That way I can get another win toward my total and cash this bet.
So I did want to clarify something for you, bro. So the Magic City date was supposed to be next Monday. They canceled. NBA canceled it today, though.
Right.
So
I thought it was supposed to be today. I knew the announcement came out today. I just assumed it was today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be for next week, next Monday. And we can talk about that later too. I don't know. I got thoughts. But
no politics.
I don't know. I feel like this is my look and your look. They don't contradict each other.
No, they don't.
They don't contradict each other because I could see the Mavs covering. I just don't see them scoring a ton. So maybe the full game.
And then with Kuminga being questionable, I ain't see what he was before he came on here. If Kuminga get ruled out last minute or anytime, this line gonna drop.
Yeah, it will.
He's the new Trey Young, Dominique Wilkins, Spud Webb. Like he gonna be the new face.
Yeah. I hope he plays well there, bro. He deserves it. Next one, man, Pistons Nets. I got to look in this one. I like Pistons first half. I mean, they're coming 4 straight losses. They lost and in that win or losing streak, they lost to the Nets. Unexcusable. I think we talked about that in the group, but if I had to look away, it's got to be the Pistons coming off. I mean, they done lost 4 in a row. Like I said, one of them was to the Nets, and that was that at home?
But yeah, Pistons will come.
Yeah, so I might.
And K didn't play.
And K didn't play. This might be something I get to the window with, man. They could they could actually come out and beat them by 30 if they really wanted to. You got anything on this one, bro?
Yeah, I got official bet this game. And to me, this was I don't want to say easy, but to me it was one of the easier caps to help me get to. We got the Pistons. They're on a 4-game losing streak, and one thing I like to do is in my notebook as far as betting props. Only thing is with this spread, worry at the blowout. I didn't want to bet it, but I like to play the Stars, and my notebook's upstairs. And being I didn't bet, I didn't bring it down, but I got a title for it. But the title basically is the Stars. Whenever you lose, like a double-digit favorite losing without the Stars, and then the Star come back, and then you play that team. Basically, like you done jumped on my team when I wasn't there. Now I get my immediate lift back, and I'm here now. And then you add that into that's just my little player prop. But as far as that was, I was going back Cade. Cade was going to be my player today. But and it was I wanted to do. I could have got plus 105 for 43 plus PRA. I think it's going to be a big game from Cade. I just worry about the blowout and at what point in time is he going to come out and how fast he's going to get to the 43. So I didn't bet him. That's why I don't have those notes or the title of it. But what I did bet is the Detroit Pistons team total over 116.5, and I got it at minus 109. And my logic is you done lost 4 straight. You got the Nets coming off back-to-back wins. And not only back-to-back wins, not in consecutive days, but they won 2 games straight. Now they're on the second leg of back-to-back. It's a tanking team. So nothing else. They're not going to play no defense. You got the Pistons on immediate revenge where they lost at home favorites, double-digit favorites without their superstar. 4-game losing streak, get your star back, immediate revenge. They put up a big number and give up a little number.
I can see that.
And yeah, I even it was 116.5. I'm like, that's a lot for where the total's at and for a Pistons net game. But if you add in the fact that they didn't score 105 without Cade in the last game, but they was up big and then gave it all back without Cade. And the Nets, they don't want no wins. And they got two wins in a row. So you don't really want to take the Nets, like nothing to do with the Nets, because tanking teams, if they get 1 or 2 wins, what you think they're gonna do to the Nets? I don't expect no defensive effort. Like, and even though they set what's his name? They sent him yesterday against the Grizzlies, MPJ, and they said him he gonna play, but he pretty much has to play. Can't go out there and pretty much figure tanking, but without him in there. So I really like this team. So I think the Pistons gonna score a bunch of points.
Especially with like with all the fine, like not all the fines, but teams getting fined. So like it's almost like you got to sneak around and tank even more strategic. You like, you know what I'm saying? So
because
he got to play.
They go in there and they don't let him play yesterday because they're playing the Grizzlies. We might beat the Grizzlies if you in there, but they still beat the Grizzlies. Now we'll let you play because it's not going to matter. Because when the Pistons is up double digits, we can pull you, make sure we don't come back.
Right. You'll show you.
Yeah. If you go out, if he scores 17 by halftime, you ain't gonna see him second half. Coach could be like, "Nah, you tripping? Come on."
Nah.
You might as well go get a shower.
Before we move on, because these later games, I've got more opinions on those. I'm sure you do too. We're gonna look at the Tankathon standings. You know what? I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. I'm gonna get high tech today. Share screen. All right, so if we scroll to the bottom, this is basically where the bottom 4, because if you look at the separation between Utah and Brooklyn, 2.5, 3 games, that's really not a lot, but it is when you're trying to lose on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like being at the top of the standings. 2 or 3 games really isn't a lot because you could hit a cold streak, like like a 2 or 3 game skid at any time, right? And it's on accident. But these MFs is trying to lose on purpose. So I got to break it down to these are the 4 teams that are vying for those 1 through 4 slots: Brooklyn, Washington, Indiana, Sacramento. So I see Brooklyn, just based off of that, I see Brooklyn throwing this game away because you got the Pacers and Kings playing each other later on tonight. So why would they want to win this game? It goes back
And the
to
thing about that is, I'm sure they know. I'm sure they looked at the schedule. And the thing about it is, by y'all winning 2 straight, you can pretty much avoid at least the whispers of y'all tanking and keep the pressure off y'all. Like, they got doctors looking into marketing in Utah. So that's because they're being blatant. But with the Nets winning 2 straight, back-to-back games, not consecutive, but 2 games in a row, I feel like it's the perfect time where you could go out and you could drop about 7 to 9 straight, and ain't no one gonna look at you because we don't want 2 straight. So we ain't tanking.
They've earned the right to lose on purpose, ain't that?
Yeah, they earned the right to lose like 9 straight, and I think it starts with a massacre tonight.
I'm gonna probably get there with that first half, that 8.5. I mean, I know it's a lot, but shit.
I'm gonna put a little. I'm gonna drop the lines, and I'm probably gonna put a little same game parlay when we get off the show. Probably drop K down, drop the point spread down to like 9.5, something like that, and put something together. Here's the game. Here it go. Hope he's still in the chat.
Raptors, Rockets. So Rockets laying 5, total 219. Man, bro. What you think, man? I think I'm gonna start off by saying, and I had to be reminded by Dutch. So shout out Dutch because that is my rule. But we don't want the Rockets laying points. That's my rule. And my response to that is, we as men, we break the rules, some type of rules every single day of our lives. And tonight I'm breaking this rule. 1, the Toronto Raptors, they have not beat a team above 500 since the end of January 20-something. That's the last time they won a game against OKC when I think OKC was punting and Toronto wasn't. But long story short, that's what convinced me to even consider the Rockets. Then I looked at the Rockets. The Rockets is coming off a 25-point loss to the San Antonio Spurs. That was on the road, now they're back at home. Now the Spurs, we'll talk about them later. So with the 25-point loss, and then you got the Raptors coming off a 30-point win, against the Mavericks, of your team that we just talked about. I feel like you can't count that. It's a feel-good story for the Raptors that it's not a feel-good story because we're talking about the Mavericks. We're talking about the Rockets off a blowout loss. This is where I trust them at. Now, I really don't like them as favorite. That's my rule, is the Rockets as favorite is no-go. But today, with confidence, knowing that the Raptors, they're coming off a feel-good story that was an outlier, you'll probably never win a game the rest of the season by 20-plus points, talking about the Raptors. It probably won't happen the rest of the season. Then you look at the Rockets. I like them to bounce back off a embarrassing loss. 25-point loss to a rival game of the to the San Antonio Spurs. But it's respectable because the Spurs is balling right now. So give me the Houston Rockets. -5 official play. Yeah. The Raptors did win by 30 a couple.
Literally. And how many times they're gonna do that the rest of the season?
You was talking about this 25-point beating that San Antonio gave them.
Yeah, the Rockets.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna have to look up the Rockets coming off of double-digit losses this year, and I don't have that right now, so that's gonna probably be something I have to look up. I feel like that with you saying that, if if their record or whatever off a double digit and Kuminga's out for Atlanta tonight, if that stat can make sense, I'm betting Houston.
And even if it don't,
Losses.
look at it for double digit and then look at 20 point. Because double digit could be 11 through 19.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. It's a prime that to me it's a prime spot to break the rule. If the Rockets, if the Raptors wasn't coming off a 30+ win and the Rockets not coming off a 25+, I probably bet it by myself or left it alone because I wouldn't want the Rockets, but this is a prime spot. And then add in the fact that the Raptors have not beat a team above 500 since the end of January. We're talking about over a month, like a month and a half now. So, and I understand y'all not Raptors bettors not asking them to win a game. They're just saying standard 2 possessions, but at a 5-point spread to a team that hasn't beat one above 500, I'll challenge that 5-point spread.
I might get there, bro. I might get there. I'm gonna put this stat on Twitter. As soon as I get it together.
And if you do, just know, don't watch no other YouTube before you do it.
No.
Because they're gonna pitch a Raptor story like Dutch. Like Dutch taught me out of it. And real quick, 10-second story time. I first told him I'm not even giving it out publicly. And then I texted him back and was like, I'm not scared of you. Like, I trust my cat. Like, I use different words, but I'm not gonna get a flag, so you can read in between the lines. But my whole thing was I'm gonna trust my cap. I think my cap is strong on this Houston light. I think all points point to go, and the fact that the world is against me gives me more confidence.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put this on X once I can put this together. Because just glancing at the schedule overall, when they lose by double digits, 10 or more, they come out. Yeah, they come out crazy. So,
and they've already beat this team by double digits earlier in the season in Toronto.
Also, Houston has alternated wins and losses their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 6 games. Alternated wins and losses. So if the pattern holds, they win tonight, and they'll probably cover too. So
seems like the stars align.
Oh man, you might have talked me into it.
That was my goal because I ain't gonna lie, Dutch pitched a hell of a story and a hell of a cap. So I had a little bit of time that if I'm gonna go up against him, like I gotta convince people that he's wrong. So
well, here's the other part to this too. This is a front end of a back-to-back for.
I told him that for Houston. Because they got the Nuggets up next
tomorrow. Like,
and when me and was texting, asked him what I said the Rockets know y'all not winning tomorrow. Y'all got to get this one. They know that. If we know that, I mean, they're men with pride, so I'm sure they're not sitting there saying, "Damn, we're gonna get smoked when we go play Denver off a loss." Like Denver coming off a loss, you better get this one today.
Yeah. Because the Bucks are not the Bucks, but Denver's gonna come back home pissed off because the Thunder beat them.
Matter of fact, he in the chat now. Ask LJ. I think he got the numbers. What the Nuggets do off a loss. Pretty sure the Rockets know that. So y'all not gonna get no win tomorrow. You better go out here and pound out Toronto and sit a couple people tomorrow. That way, at least you could have reason to get smoked because you're getting smoked tomorrow, regardless of who y'all play. Y'all getting smoked. So.
I'm playing this game. I just don't know which way. I like the under. I like that -5. It's gonna be one of those.
If this game go under, that means Raptors are going out bad.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna be like a 111 to 84 type game.
Yeah. All right, Celtics Spurs. This is another one. Man, I like the Spurs in this spot, man. Celtics have been playing great. Spurs have been playing better. Tatum is. Hold on, LJ got something from the Denver look stacks.
What do you say?
Denver 16-9 ATS after a loss.
Told you. And did I tell you LJ had that stat? I remember one of his videos was a Denver off a loss. So 16-9. If you're looking at the trends, I'm just telling you that Houston's gonna get taken out back tomorrow. So if we know the trends, somebody's speaking on that. Just saying, you better get this one. You don't want to drop 2 in a row. And do you really want to win by like 1 or 2? Have a struggle game against the Raptors when you're going out back tomorrow? I don't know.
They got to keep winning too, because that if you look at the playoff picture, Thunder are first, Spurs sitting second, and then after that, the Spurs are 3 games behind the Thunder. Matter of fact, shit, let me do the share screen again. So yeah, you see the Thunder first, Spurs second, 3 games behind, but then you see the drop off: Minnesota, Houston, Lakers, Denver, all within 2 games of each other. So it's like this race is tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you get, Phoenix is right in the mix there. So spots like this one, I feel like you got to take advantage of them. Got to. And we on Celtics and Spurs, but appreciate that, LJ, man, putting that in the chat for us. But I do like the Spurs in this spot, bro. Like, I think the Celtics, man, like getting Tatum back, reintegrating him into the offense. It's been, it started off rocky against Dallas, but he picked it up in the second half, had a decent game against Cleveland. But I feel like the defenses of Dallas and Cleveland ain't nowhere near what the Spurs are. And I think the Spurs care about this game. They young, and they might be trying to catch that. We just showed y'all the standings. They might be trying to catch the Thunder for that first seed. You know what I mean? So I think they care about this game. I like them a lot, -3.5.
Okay. I disagree, though. I disagree. And this was the other game that me and Dutch was talking about. And he on the Spurs right with you, and he likes them a lot, too. And my logic is this. I'm not pulling back everything I said about the Celtics' dumb decision about bringing Tatum back. But what I will say is, so far, it's like, maybe I should have trusted them over my opinion, because my thought was, why are you bringing him back when you don't need to? Unless you're absolutely positively sure this man is ready to go. And then with this team, what they did without Tatum, I think the same way you say that the Spurs care, I think the Celtics care. I think there's whispers that this could be a possible preview of the NBA championship. You add in the fact that the Spurs already beat this team in Boston earlier in the season. I think they won by 5. That was without Tatum. It goes into my theory, it's just not immediate. You beat my team when I wasn't there, do it when I'm here. Speaking about Tatum, how I was speaking about Cade, Forrest, and Nets. Now, competition-wise, it's a drastic change, but my little prop betting system doesn't discriminate on the level of competition. The only reason why I'm not on Tatum is because he's still fresh back. And I need to see it for a couple of weeks, the fact that they didn't rush him. But the reason for him, it's hard to stand in front of the San Antonio Spurs, but they're coming off this big win. Part of the reasons why I backed Houston, coming off this 25-point win to, I ain't going to say a rival game, but it's a rival because it's an in-state Houston, San Antonio type thing going on. They usually play close games, and this one's a blowout. You coming off a blowout win, feeling good about yourselves. Now you got Tatum coming in here, and I felt like, Bam being back together, Tatum got his team back. You see the homie can't stop. He gave out Tatum. I don't know. I want the Celtics. You give me plus 3.5 more than possession. I like the Celtics to win this game. I think they're live, but definitely I think they're going to stay inside this number. Plus 3.5 is what I got. And anyone who knows or follows or cares, fade or tell, that's Stacks play today, number 2. Yeah, Stacks play number 2 is the Celtics, plus 3.5.
We ain't on the opposite sides of stuff often, not this far apart.
It happens sometimes. It makes you sure. And the thing about it is, it won't affect the parlay or the best bet. Wait. No, it won't affect the parlay or the best bet.
Okay. I don't know. We'll see about this
But
one.
Celtics and Rockets are official bets, though.
Okay. Suns, Bucks. Bucks getting 1.5, total 218. I don't really care about this game at all. You got anything on this one?
I've been preaching to you. It's a 30-point loss. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks. I'll take plus 1.5. I personally got 2.5 at open, and those are the games with the kind of like with Jimmy. And I told you what Jimmy done put me on, and I just blind bet it. And part of it is one of them is the double-digit favor on the first leg of a back-to-back, and the second one is 30-point win, 30-point loss. And Milwaukee coming off a 30-point loss, so I'm on the Milwaukee Bucks. I got plus 2.5 for the show purposes. I'll take the number, and you might hear this again. And either the parlay or the best bet.
You said it ain't?
No, you might hear it again.
Oh, okay. Bet. Bulls, Warriors. I was looking at this one. I initially didn't have any interest in it, but then I started looking at is this too many points for the Warriors, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they coming off of this is a pretty sure this is a back-to-back for Golden State. Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Back-to-back with travel. You lost in Utah last night. But the Bulls lost by double digits to Sacramento, though. So I don't know which loss is worse, losing to Sacramento or the Warriors losing to the Jazz. I gotta feel like Warriors losing to the Jazz has to be worse, right?
Absolutely. 100%. That's the worst loss. One, even if you don't just look at the teams and compare the coaches and the teams and the players, I mean, talking about Draymond, Steve Kerr, like, that's not I don't care who was out there. You're not supposed to lose to a tanking team and then lose to a point where it was almost wire to wire. And that's what helps me get to my play today. And you got the Bulls since the All-Star break. Overall the season, a lot of people don't realize the season, the fastest pace of play is the Miami Heat. But since the All-Star break, it's the Chicago Bulls. And my whole thing is, with the Warriors coming off an embarrassing loss, I expect them to put up a number. I really didn't want to lay the points. I just wanted them to put up a bunch of points. And because the total was so low, because two teams that are down on the bottom, that the Bulls play with pace, but they don't play no defense. And the Warriors coming off a loss, I'll trust Steve Kerr to get the locker room wound up. And I'm on the Warriors team total over 116.5. I got that. Minus 121. Yeah, minus 121. I couldn't read my writing.
I mean, I've said, like, from the beginning of after the All-Star break, I was like, I tweeted it, fade the Bulls defense the rest of the season. Whatever the team total is for a team, just bet it. I promise you'll be profitable by the end of the regular season. I like this play. And I want to play it really bad because I've already faded. I've already done this probably 3 or 4 times with the Bulls. But man, where do the Warriors get their points from?
I don't even have an answer to be transparent. It's one of them things where you're going to get probably an outlier or two,
Yeah,
and
I like
I can't bet. I can't bet a prop because I don't know where that outlier is going to come from. I mean, maybe pods, but I just asked whoever it is to score a bunch of points, and 117 off an embarrassing loss to the Jazz, a known tanking team that I want to say over the years dominated this team. And that line them went from 4.5 to 6 to 7, back down yesterday. I felt like the books on the line was telling you the Warriors going to lose. So
Mhm.
off that loss, Squire give me 117 points.
They can do it.
And the fact that I expect the Bulls to at least fight a little bit is going with the pace of play. If they fight a little bit, that means they're putting up points. And the Warriors coming off the second leg of a back-to-back, I always bet their overs in the second leg of a back-to-back. And I don't know why. I just know that it's profitable. And add the fact that it's an embarrassing loss, 117 points back at home. Yeah.
Okay. I might be on it with you, bro. This next one, Pacers Kings, toilet bowl game. Kings laying 3, total 236.5. Pacers did exactly what I thought they was gonna do. All the starters were playing, and now they all out tonight. Siakam's out. I think Neesmith's out. I don't know. They ruled everybody out. The Kings are a half game ahead of the Pacers for the worst record in the league. So, I just want to see my Pacers lose tonight, man. Like dead ass. I want to see them lose. If they win this game tonight, I'm gonna be really pissed off. So, that's all I got, man. For this one, what you like in this one, man?
I didn't bet it, but I'm probably going to. I like the over in this game. 2 tanking teams. We don't know who's going to come off the win. If I had to pick a side, maybe I would do the Kings money line because, but then again, I'm a firm believer when you pull all your starters and start getting more and more points, those are teams I want. So that's what kept me off of the Kings because when I seen everybody, and we talked about it on Sunday, if they win, if they lose, who's going to play, and you nailed it. So I don't want no action. My first initial lean was the over. Then I wanted to get to the Kings, and I scratched out the Kings. And was like, with the players out, it just seemed like maybe this could be a role players type spot for the Pacers.
Maybe some prop. You know what? Come to think of it, because the minute you said something about role players, let me see if his props are available.
Me and Canstop was talking about. I can't remember the dude's name. Marshall. Hold on. It was dude from the Kings.
Oh, yeah, the one, yeah. I'm talking about somebody for the Pacers. Jarris Walker.
I do like him.
Jarris Walker.
And his PRA be like 15.5, 16.5 usually.
Well, his points today are over 17.5, and it's juiced.
Or maybe I'm thinking about his points then.
Yeah, his points are 17.5. And I mean, if you saying over, Jarris has got the green light when he's got the green light when all these guys are out. So I would look Jarris Walker over 17.5 points. I could see him having a pretty big game, honestly. I mean, ain't nobody really, and maybe Obi Toppin over 6.5 points. That's another, I think, good look.
Yeah, that's low. I like that.
You know what I mean? I like that better than the Walker. Obi
Yeah,
Toppin,
you can't go out here and give me 7.
and you ain't played all year?
Right, like,
Okay.
and nobody else is playing.
Right. And he's probably going to start, if I had to imagine. Yeah, Obi Toppin over 6.5 points. It's juiced as hell, but you can get it. All right. Next one. Hornets Blazers. Blazers getting 3, total 227. Hornets coming off of a couple of tough losses. But the Blazers as home dogs it's really something you can't bet against. So um I don't really got a lot on this guy. I feel like this game could go over, but I don't know, man. You like anything here?
I don't have official bet in this game, but I lean towards the Trailblazers money line plus the spread. And my whole thing is, and somebody said it. Shout out anybody who knows him, Pete Loshat, and he said something earlier, and it makes me think like you got to get your previous 2 weeks. I forget the word or how he worded it, but you got to forget and get out your mind the previous 2 weeks because is it possible that the Hornets is going back to the Hornets that we know? Like, okay, there's times every year we see this. It's a different team. A team that we don't expect gets hot. No one expected the Bulls to start the season off the way we did. We was on here. Well, I'll speak for myself. I was on here with my Bulls pom-poms, whether they was dogs or favorites. In the beginning of the season, they was the ATM. Now they're back to the Bulls that we expect. And I'm not saying that about the Hornets, but they dropped back-to-back games. Like the bounce back spot after you let the Miami Heat jump on you, which you was on. You sent that out early. Like too many points for the Miami Heat plus 7.5 against the Charlotte Hornets. So my whole thing is you got the win streak going on in there, and if you add the spread and y'all got smoked, you only lost by 8, but y'all was 7.5 point favorites. So in my mind, you lost by 15 plus. So y'all got smoked. Then you turned around and got dummied by the Phoenix Suns. And my thing, how you lose that game? So now you're still on the road, whether you're going back to the Hornets that we all know that y'all suck, or maybe you just struggle on the road. Either way, I would be on the Blazers, but until I figure out are the Hornets going back to the Hornets that we know, or are they just struggling right now and they're gonna bounce back? So I'm
I
not
would,
on nothing.
I would like to hope that this is just a bump in the road, even if they lose this game tonight, as long as they can keep it close. You know what I'm saying? Because I hope that wasn't a flash in the pan, that streak, because they look good. They look good, but
I mean, but we could say that. And the thing about it is, it's a long NBA. It's 82 games in the NBA season. Like, look at the Pistons. They on four L's, 4 straight L's. So, and the Hornets, no one had the Hornets doing what they're doing now preseason. So now that they're doing it, maybe
I
they're just struggling.
I thought they would. I thought they would. I thought this was going to be the year that they started early and took, because they were like a bet on for me to start. Like in my mind, like they got to come out with something, man. The Celtics were down Tatum, expecting a gap year. The Pacers are down Halliburton, expecting a gap year. Those are two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. And so I thought
Now's their chance.
Charlotte was going to be that team that starts, fast, and they didn't. So it's good to see them come.
They had to start gelling. That's all.
Yeah, they had some injuries, so
and suspensions.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot going on. So last game on the board, Timberwolves Lakers. Lakers getting 3, total 233.5. I like Minnesota, bro. I like Minnesota money line. I think, the Lakers won big the last one, but the Wolves got smoked on their home floor by Orlando. And I watched that game. Orlando punked the hell out of them. In the paint, it was all day. Like, it was crazy. Bullied them. And I think, I feel like this has got to be a nationally televised game. Has to be. Yeah, it is. NBC, Peacock. Yeah, give me Timberwolves money line. I'll take the spread. I'll take the spread and money line. I don't give a damn. That's probably gonna be my parlay piece. Is the the Wolves money line. What you like, bro?
It's not about how you start the show; it's about how you end the show. I just copy and paste everything you said to make it shorter. Only because I gotta. I think I got should have doing 20 minutes, but everything you just said, and it's not so much the Lakers off a win; it's off the Lakers off of 2 wins. You don't want the Lakers, whether the dogs are favoring that spot. You got the Timberwolves. One thing we account, we all know that we really don't want the Timberwolves. They're in the same boat as like the Heat, that other team, the Cavaliers. You don't really want them as favorites, but this is the time that you break the rules because you can take the money line and it's not a favorite. Just win the game. Coming off that embarrassing loss, anytime we see the Wolves not just lose a game, but losing a game by embarrassing, like y'all was, I had Orlando 6.5. Y'all was 6.5 point favorites at home and got smoked. And that's not a respectable smoke, getting taken out back by the Orlando Magic. So then to bounce back, and you know that's my guy back in LA, not back in LA, but playing in LA in front of the stars will be stars. You know he's gonna want to have a big game, and hopefully LeBron's in there because all they do is win without LeBron. So hope LeBron's in there. But even if not, I like the Timberwolves. I agree with you everything you said, and maybe this could be our our universal leg for the parlay. But I also like Luka. I like Luka 32 plus points at minus 120. I got, and going back to his days at in Dallas, there's just 2 teams that he hates, and I don't even think it's teams. I think it's players, and it's Minnesota and Phoenix. Luka don't like Ant. Luka don't like Devin Booker. And these are teams that he's gonna get up against. And I like Luka. I bet Luka. It's not official. I'm just telling you who I bet because I got other official bets that I'm stronger in. And when I make official bets that I just want them to win. That's all. So I'm just telling you who I bet. I bet Luka, and I do want to get to the Timberwolves, but Luka's not official. Just telling you who I bet.
All right, cool. So we got top play. I like that Mavs team total under 115.5. I gave out the reasons why these defense Atlanta's defense against these sub 500 teams since the All-Star break has been excellent. Mavs haven't had any offense whatsoever. So I personally see the Mavs not getting to 115. Stacks, top play.
Detroit Pistons team total over 116.5. Got it at minus 108. That'd be my best bet for the show. Pretty much said everything that Detroit just lost to this team outright as a home double-digit favorite. Cade wasn't there. Cade's back today. Pistons off a 4-game losing streak. Nets done won 2 games. It's a tanking team. They done won 2 straight games. Second leg of a back-to-back. I don't expect them to play no defense. I expect Detroit Pistons to put up a big number. Maybe not a big number, but 120 plus. Like this is look like a 124 to 98 type game. So Detroit Pistons over 116.5 minus 108. Best bet.
All right, bet. All right, let's put our parlay together. We hitting this boy tonight, man. There's 2 of us. We gonna make this layup real quick. What you like for your parlay piece?
Golden State Warriors team total. No, scratch that. Milwaukee Bucks plus whatever number you can give me, plus 1.5.
All right, Bucks plus 1.5. I'm gonna go Timberwolves money line minus 134. I think the Timberwolves come out here and win this game outright. Low key,
I'll tell you what, to help the odds. That's how much I like them for my parlay piece. Give me the Milwaukee Bucks money line for my leg of the parlay piece. That way, it's plus money to boost up the parlay. I really like Milwaukee today.
So Milwaukee money line and Minnesota money line, that'll get you plus 250. on FanDuel.
That's what I'm talking about. We gotta make sure to tell the fellas that couldn't make it today. We gotta make sure they jump in. I like this one. I really like Milwaukee, and we agreed on Minnesota.
Yep.
I might really put pizza money on it. Usually I put like 10 on. I might put 25 on. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like it too. All right, bro. So we got through the games, got top plays in, got a parlay in. You got anything else, bro?
My little bonus bet for a little bit of other sports. Hockey. I like the Edmonton Oilers and Colorado Avalanche over 7. I got plus. Actually, I bet it twice because it was 113 when I bet it, then it moved up to plus money. So you could probably get plus money for it now. And I think at worst that at any way possible, we push this bet, but we should win. There should be like 9 goals in this game. And to give you college bet that hasn't come on yet, it will be college bet. Gonzaga minus 8.5. I don't know how I forgot that. Gonzaga bonus bet minus 8.5, and Edmonton Oilers, Colorado Avalanche over 7. Bonus bets.
Hey, going across sport, boy, leaving us for more.
Yeah, it's too much. It's March Madness. Got to give them a college bet, and you know a lot of people like hockey, so I figure like you gotta give a hockey bet.
I might start giving out a few college plays because I've actually been playing it a little bit more on my own the last couple of weeks, and I've been doing all right. I just haven't really.
Yeah, it's good to add to the show.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we'll be back Thursday. It's a big slate Thursday, so we like I said, we trying to keep this Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. That kind of seems to be when the big slates are during the week, until the end of the regular season. So. We'll definitely be back with y'all on Thursday. Hopefully we'll have LJ and Can't Stop with us. But until then, y'all be safe out here and enjoy your evenings.
If you broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my theme. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.